Good evening and welcome to Uniquely Wilmington. I'm Anne-Marie Meeker, one of your co-hosts here on this special show about the people, places, and events going on in Wilmington. The show will be a monthly program seen every Thursday night at 7:30 here on Channel 30, and anyone in Wilmington can be a part of our show.
My name is J.T. Turner, and I'm the co-host of Uniquely Wilmington. And please remember that WCTV is really your station. So if you have an idea about a segment that you'd like to see on Uniquely Wilmington, please contact us here at the station. Our first segment this evening deals with a group that you've probably heard of, but I think you're going to learn a lot more about them by watching this. I recently had the chance to have an interview with Ray Forrest, the president of the Wilmington Chamber of Commerce. And through my discussions with Ray, I learned a lot more about the Chamber, and I hope you will too. Let's watch this segment.
What does the Chamber do? I think there's a kind of vague, hazy idea. If you move to town, you contact the Chamber. Or if you're going to vacation in town, you contact the Chamber. But what does the Chamber of Commerce really do?
It really does a lot more than that, JT. The Chamber presently has about 200 members of various organizations, all businesses within the community, and they provide a lot of services to the community that are business-oriented as well as being oriented toward the citizenry end of things. An example would be the housing seminar that we put on recently, which ties in business with needs of the community. People call the Chamber to get references, whether people are viable business people and have a good reputation within the community. Sometimes they're looking for references. We will support things such as, you probably heard over the past few years, there was quite a controversy with Reading Municipal Light, and the Chamber was very active as acting as a go-between and to do things along those lines. We're involved with the school partnership programs. There's been expo programs, so there's a whole host of things that the Chamber does. A lot of them kind of behind the scenes that don't get a lot of publicity, but very valuable to the community and the members.
When you talk about members, Ray, who comprises the Chamber of Commerce? Is it just large business owners? What kind of people are in the Chamber?
It runs the whole gamut. There are people such as Textron, the large companies.
Yes.
CompuGraphic. They're no longer called CompuGraphic. CompuGraphic. As well as individual proprietorships, someone who has a photographic studio, members of the banking community, people such as myself who are in the real estate industry, developers. So it's a broad spectrum of people.
Well, let's say I'm sitting out there and I'm just a resident of Wilmington. I'm not involved in the Chamber at all. What good is the Chamber doing me as a Wilmington resident? What kinds of benefits do I see just because there is a Wilmington Chamber of Commerce?
Well, there's an area that I think will answer that question very directly, and the Chamber has a fund that it maintains, and depending on what the economy is doing, determines how much money is available. But there's a scholarship fund. We give out scholarships to Wilmington High School students every year and to Shawsheen Tech students every year. There are programs in which there may be someone who has a need. I can recall one time the police department called and said they needed some rain slickers for the crossing guards for the schools, and there was no funding available, and the Chamber made a donation in that respect. We sponsored people going to Russia on a music program, people who have participated in, say, Special Olympics or things of that nature. So there's a whole area that it makes contributions that directly affects every member of the community.
One of the things that I know the Chamber has been involved with is a recent seminar on affordable housing here in Wilmington. Perhaps, Ray, you could talk a little bit about that and how it went.
Well, we felt it went very well. We wish there had been more people actually at the seminar. However, with it being aired over the cable TV, we'll get great exposure. But the reason the Chamber got involved in that, and I've been asked this question several times, is that what does affordable housing have to do with the Chamber? And it really has a very dramatic effect on members of the Chamber. And a good example would be that a large company such as Textron or anyone, Amtech, or any one of those companies have to move people into the area from time to time. And these people may be coming from areas where housing is a lot less expensive than it is here. And so consequently, it affects the ability to attract employees. And it can have a very dramatic effect on a business within a community, because as we all know, businesses go where there's a good, stable labor force and where they can keep it. And right now, with the cost of housing in this area, it really poses a problem in that regard, to say nothing about individuals who have a dire need to have affordable housing. Because, you know, the average selling price of a home in Wilmington now is probably $140,000, $150,000. And when you start looking at the income that someone has to have to earn that, it's very, very significant. So when we have programs such as Shawshene River Estates, where someone can buy a home with subsidized financing in the $90,000 to $100,000 range, all of a sudden, families are able to stay within the community. Children can stay within the community. And so it really ties in with all of the businesses. It affects every one of us, and sometimes we don't realize it because it's not a direct impact, but it's very important. And that's why the Chamber got involved in that program.
And I suppose it helped your public exposure as a chamber a great deal.
It certainly did, and it helped the Wilmington Housing Partnership, because part of the problem is a lot of people do not understand what is meant by affordable housing. People say affordable housing, and the big thing that comes into mind is a great big brick building and that type of thing. And if you go around the community with the scattered sites and Shawshene River Estates, you find it's a very viable form of housing and very pleasant, and it doesn't detract from the overall community.
Ray, I know another thing that the Chamber has done to sort of increase their presence is the Business to Business Expo that you did earlier this year. Perhaps you could talk a little bit about that.
Yes, the basic purpose of that, while the public was invited to it, was to form a place where businesses can network, okay? And so what happened is that there was a committee formed, one of the most enthusiastic committees we have in the Chamber, by the way, and they meet monthly, and they're preparing the next one for this coming spring.
Great.
And there'll probably be 50 or 60 booths there, and people will present their wares, and you end up with some networking. And I know last year there was a lot of cross-pollination where people were found within the community someone who could satisfy their needs that they were going outside of the community before. So it's worked very, very well. That's
great. Let's talk about the actual chamber meetings themselves. When are they held?
They're held monthly, and I'm going to have to look down here.
That's all right.
There's several meetings. We have a board of directors meeting, which is basically a business-oriented meeting where we discuss major issues. There's the women in business meetings that happen once a month. And they're usually toward the middle of the month, okay? They're publicized in the local paper. And that is a group within the Chamber who would bring speakers in who may help with anything from health care to how to handle stress in this environment and things of that nature. And we have a membership meeting once a month where we may have anyone from some of the political figures in town or discuss a particular issue of importance that's occurring within the community.
Let's say I'm a small business owner, I'm sitting out there, I haven't joined the Chamber, maybe I've just started up my business. What would you say to me in these economic times to make me step forward, come up with a membership fee, and join the Wilmington Chamber of Commerce?
Oh, where would I start? I think that the first thing is it's probably one of the best returns on the dollar that you can have. The basic chamber membership for a small firm is $95, and it escalates per the number of employees you have. But it permits you to participate and mingle with a lot of people who you can do business with directly, pick up ideas from. It just is a great networking mechanism. And also, some of the side benefits are that the chamber, under its auspices, has a medical program that gives them kind of a group benefit rates, things of that nature. So there's a lot of side issues that are too numerous to mention now, but if they were to call the chamber and speak to Joan O'Rourke, who's the executive director, she can send them out a beautiful little pamphlet we put together with a whole bunch of things in it that indicate the benefits and all of that type of thing. So we welcome them, by the way.
It really lets a small businessman have some access to some big businessman's benefits.
That's right. Absolutely true.
That's
absolutely
great.
True.
Ray, I know that you're currently nearing the end of the year. I know you have a large membership drive going on. Maybe you could address that.
Yes, we're always looking for membership. For the simple reason is that our whole budget is based on membership revenue, okay? And secondly, it's very important that we have representation from the broad community, business community. And so it's really important that we have people join who can participate in the community. And a good example of some of the indirect benefits of that is with the Wilmington School Partnership. There's a group of people that meet monthly with them, and they provide services to the school. They've done everything from going in and reading to children to supplying them with some equipment that may be obsolete in a manufacturer's point of view, that type of thing. So by joining, they can contribute to the community, get some benefit, okay? And all they have to do is call down to our headquarters. And can I give the number?
Please do.
657-7211, and we'll give them the information and we'll welcome them aboard.
Fantastic. And you've got some exciting events coming up in the next few months. You mentioned something about a mystery theater.
Yes, in the past, the Chamber has annually put on a dinner dance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been going on that way as long as I've been a Chamber member, and I'm sure it was long before that. And as a change of pace, they're going to do a mystery theater in which there's a nice meal. It's going to be done down at the Casa di Fior. And Chamber members can come to that, have a really good time. We usually have a raffle or something of that nature at it. And that's just an example of it. There's Business Expo, the monthly meetings, lots of activities.
Great. Ray, thank you very much for being here on Uniquely Wilmington. If you're interested in joining the Chamber of Commerce, you can call the Chamber at 657-7211. Ask for Joan O'Rourke. I want to thank Ray Forrest, co-owner of Realty World Forrest Conan, for being with me today. And please join the Chamber if you have any interest in it at all. Let's go back to Anne-Marie now.
Thanks, JT, and a special thanks to the Wilmington Chamber of Commerce for all the work they do here in Wilmington. And remember, if you'd like to get involved with the Wilmington Chamber of Commerce, you can contact Ray Forrest, the president, at 657-7211. As you drive through the town this month, you may notice the lighted trees on the common. On December 7th, Wilmington had a tree lighting ceremony, and the ceremony was officiated by Father Hughes of St. Thomas Church, and he also led the caroling. We listened to the music of the Wilmington High School Band and of the Congregational Church Bell Choir. Santa arrived by the fire engine, and inside the 4th of July headquarters, he took the wish list of children of all ages. We all had a great time at the Christmas tree lighting, and we hope that everyone that attended did too. So let's take a look at the events that evening. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom.
Try this one.
Merry Christmas. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Be available inside.
Okay, everyone, I'll be available inside, okay?
Let me help you get out of here, Sam. Ready? Jim, make it fast. Make it fast. I'm Jim Stewart, Chairman of the 4th of July Committee. I want to take a moment to thank Santa Claus for joining us at our annual Christmas tree lighting this year. Santa, a couple quick questions. What was the most requested gift that the children asked for this year?
For the turtles, the Ninja Turtles.
Very good, very good. Well, we appreciate your help this year, and I want to take a moment to thank a few other people that helped us with the tree lighting this year. First of all, the Council of Churches and Reverend Grimley, who are our co-sponsors in the annual event. The town of Wilmington, all departments, the fire department for getting Santa Claus here in a timely fashion, the police department for making sure there were no problems, the DPW for putting the lights up, and the electricians for making sure that they all worked as they always do. Also like to thank Jim Hanley for donating the hot chocolate, and the Knights of Columbus for helping us put that together. I'd like to thank WCTV for covering this event this year. Thank you very much. We appreciate your time and effort, and hope you join us again next year. I'm sure your coverage will make this an even bigger and more successful event than it's been in the past. And a special thanks to the people of Wilmington for supporting this and coming down and hopefully enjoying the event. And a special thanks to the Wilmington High School Band, who's been with us every year, and we appreciate their help. They really helped to make this event a major success and a great event for the town of Wilmington.
It certainly was a tremendous event. And we'd like to thank the Wilmington Council of Churches, along with the help of the 4th of July Committee, for sponsoring the tree lighting ceremony. I know that my family and I enjoyed it. I hope all of you were there and enjoyed it as well. Now we come to the upcoming events segment of our program. Each month we're going to be giving you a monthly update about events that are coming up in Wilmington. On December 13th, there will be a Jingle Bells Hop to benefit Wilmington Youth Hockey at the North Intermediate School on Salem Street from 7 to 10 p.m. That'll be for grades 5 through 8 only. For information and tickets, you can call 658-8328.
Another Jingle Bells Hop is happening to benefit Wilmington Youth Hockey on December 13th as well. Grades 3 to 5 are invited to come to the Shawshene Street School from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. For tickets and more information, call 658-6822 or 658-0148.
And also on December 13th at the Shawshene Street School, they're going to have an annual holiday concert. You can come here grades K through 5, sing at either 9:15 a.m. or 1 p.m.
December 14th, get your pet's picture taken with Santa. This event is sponsored by the Wilmington High School SAD program. Bring your pet to the Wilmington Pet Store from 10 to 3 p.m. Donations go to Students Against Drunk Driving.
On December 16th, please don't forget the special town meeting, which will convene at 7:30 p.m. in the newly renovated Barrows Auditorium, located in the Wilmington High School on Church Street.
Seniors, come to the December 20th Senior Christmas Social at the Wilmington Tewksbury Elks Hall at 7 p.m.
And please bring the kids to the second annual televised Lions Club Santa visit. Santa will talk with children at WCTV on December 21st from 10 to 3 p.m. Admission is free, but please bring a canned good to put under the tree.
Watch WCTV's Community Bulletin Board for more upcoming December events. Thank you for watching Uniquely Wilmington. And remember that you too can be a part of our show. If you have an idea for any segment for our show, please send it to WCTV, P.O. Box 35, Wilmington, Mass. 01887. Or you can drop by the studio here in the basement of the Swain School and talk to our executive producer, Karen Kirk.
Please keep in mind that this show will be repeated Thursday evenings at 7:30 through the rest of December. But we hope you'll join us for our new show in January of '92. I'm J.T. Turner.
And I'm Anne-Marie Meeker.